the payload.
Our enemy falls before. Our enemy falls before. Double kill. Perfect. Triple kill. Double kill. Triple kill. Mega kill.
What's up, everybody? It's Windback, and today we are going to be recording a magical 5th video for this week. This is not something I'm going to do normally, but I felt the need to get this out there because I think it's long overdue. You know what? I think maybe the music, maybe? No, it's good. Everything's good there. So, this is
5,
Varian.
4, 3,
Varian
2,
is
1.
classified as a bruiser, but
Fight.
more than anything, I think that his best build, bar none, is going to be his taunt build. Now, you might be thinking, blasphemy! How dare you pick anything but twin blades? And to that, I would say fuck you, because I don't think that that is at all a good build these days, and especially with the current feel of things with this patch. Taunt Varian is going to be much, much stronger. That being said, he is absolutely devastating when it comes to your ranged DPS carries, such as Tassadar, Raynor, Tracer, Cassia. Whoever has a ranged auto that goes faster than 0.8 per second is gonna hate Varian. No. I know what you're thinking. Right, it's Varian. How can he possibly be a main tank? He's not gonna stop any damage. He's not gonna be able to just stand up there and fight like everybody else can. He's not a fucking Johanna. Well, you're right, random viewer. Varian's not Johanna. Varian's a much, much, much more thoughtful tank. So, with that being said, this is a bit of a guide to introduce people to the strength of Taunt Varian. And we're going to try to give you some insight on how to be mindful of what you're doing when you're playing him, because no, you cannot just run in and press W and hope that the enemy team doesn't kill you. Oh, you just don't do it. So, Varian's abilities, first off, we've got Lion's Fang is our Q. We're going to throw out a shockwave. They call it a shockwave. It's just like line damage. And it is it's going to heal you, and it's going to slow the target by a pretty decent amount, 35%. It's not terrible. And it heals based on things hit. So if you hit minions, it's going to heal you a little bit. If you hit heroes, it's going to heal you a lot more. If you hit multiple heroes, it's going to heal you a whole bunch. Pretty sweet, I know. And then our W is parry. We get 2 charges of this every time that we hit that button. It is going to block all incoming auto attack damage, completely negating it. Yeah, for 1.25 seconds. It's not a small duration. It's actually very, very, very long. Especially if you manage to get both charges off, you're going to get, what is that, 2.5 seconds of pure auto attack immunity, which is fucking nuts. And then our E is charge, pretty simple. You just click on somebody, you charge to them, and they slow for a very long time. We used to stun people. We used to actually just point and click stun people. Now tell me that isn't the most broke fucking shit you've ever heard of. Apparently Blizzard thought the same thing because they changed it pretty shortly after it came out, especially with the other builds. Oh, nuts. I wish that they would make the ability still stun if you take taunt. Only if you take taunt, and you get like a 0.25 second stun. That'd be bitch. But anyway, our ult we get at level 4. Varian and Taunt have Varian has a very special relationship with his ultimates. He's got 3 of them. Goodbye, Raynor. And they are all available at level 4 because Blizzard realized waiting until level 10 was killing this character for the longest time. So, after that change, we now have a very, very, very early power spike with our taunt, and that gives us the full range of abilities for our character. And honestly, the full range of abilities for tanking more effectively too. So, there you have it. Varian is a dive tank at the end of the day, but he's not a dive tank that you can just mindlessly charge into, right? So you have to understand your engage, you have to understand who you're engaging into, and everything else that comes along with it. Our trait is Heroic Strike. This is a decent cooldown, and it is going to empower Varian's next auto attack with some spell damage on top of his normal auto attack damage. So in doing that, he can slap people with one auto attack with a pretty hard amount of burst. It hurts squishies real bad. I'm just going to give you that right there. This is the whole reason that we can burst people like Li Ming, Tassadar, and other squishies so fucking hard. Now, our talent build so far at level 1, we've got Overpower. This ability, more than anything else at this tier, is where all your burst damage comes from with Varian, and I don't, for the life of me, understand why no one else gets that. It's always going to be better than completing this quest. It's always going to be better than completing this quest. I mean, the slow, just, who cares? The base auto attack damage, who cares? You're not going to finish that until so much later in the game. Overpower is good from level 1 all the way to level 20. Never, ever going to be bad. And you're going to do stupid amounts of damage with it. You're also going to reset your trait when you parry with your W, which you're going to be doing a lot because you're going to be taunting a lot. It's just where all the damage is. So whatever you're doing, if you're playing taunt, don't not pick this. Taunt obviously at 4. 7 is going to be Victory Rush. This is where all of our self-healing comes from. And in maps, specifically where you do a lot of fighting in lanes or between lanes very close to minions, this talent is going to be absolutely busted for self-sustain. Team looks like they're doing pretty good 4 versus 5 up in the top lane, so I'm just going to keep on pushing and get that camp right on in that 4. Headed over now to the enemy's samurai camp because we're 10-7 at the moment because of the amount of kills that we have. It is 14-1 right now. Oh my god. At 10, we did pick up Warbringer. We reduced the cooldown of charge by 8 seconds. That makes it a 4-second cooldown. 4 seconds, that's it, on your charge. And now you can charge to friendlies if you're in trouble. You can charge to friendlies, you can charge to enemies. It's ridiculous the amount of utility this ability gets once you pick Warbringer. I know everybody likes Shield Wall. I mean, it's cool for blocking a lot of damage. It has its uses, but I'm not going to tell you this is as good as Warbringer. Yeah, I just don't see it. Reducing the cooldown to 5 seconds is fine too. Like I said, it's got specific situations where it's going to be better. This game is not one of those. Oh my god! Sorry, you're whipping out. Her ult still has the turret, hasn't used it yet, not even remotely concerned about getting attacked by that Zul and killed. And now we're just grouping up, waiting to find a single kill, which is what Varian excels in. In conjunction with being a dive tank, Varian is a pick tank. So, when we see an opportunity to slap a squishy, like this Rainer for instance, all we have to do is do it. Found the Tassadar instead. We are going to take 50% of his health bar immediately, while the Deckard Cain sets up a huge combo for the rest of my team with his ult, actually getting 2 kills completely on his own. It's nuts. So, Varian will never kill a DPS flat out. It's just not in the cards. Blizzard doesn't want that kind of stuff to happen. But if you are playing into a Tracer, a Ming, a Tassadar, a Rainer, anything at all with sub 2,000 health, you are going to be able to knock them down to at least 50%. In the case of Tracer, if you're doing your combo right with your parries and your taunts, you can get her down to 70, from 75%, so to 25%. Stupid strong, just absolutely broken levels of strong. But that being said, you still have to be aware of where you're attacking that character from, because if she sees you coming, obviously she's not just gonna stand in the range inviting you to attack her, right? Same thing with these enemy players. A lot of them are kind of getting wise to our shenanigans as the game goes on, and won't just face tank us, so we have to force them in. Deckard with the huge ult again on 3 people. I don't think we're oh yeah, there it is. Charges back up because it's only a 4-second cooldown. And we also have Juggernaut on our charge, doing 4% of the max health of the character they hit. So, ta-da! Murden didn't stand a chance. Didn't take it. Or he did take the Avatar, right? Yeah. Would have taken him personally. Goodbye, Garrison. It's just ridiculous when you have a team that is actually paying attention to their tank, especially when it's Varian, how everything is just laser focused and the person will die immediately because Varian himself is putting out ridiculous amounts of damage, and if the team is paying attention, all of their abilities just go in one spot, like here. See? Nuts. If I could look at Rainer's death recap, actually, I think we can. Let's take a look. He's number 6. 7. Alright. Cool stuff still going on. Let's see. I think we're probably going to get murdered here. Nope, he jumped over. So let's take a look at Rainer's death recap. 54% of his life. 54% from Varian. Varian alone. And then these two doing it up on their end. So, don't tell me that Varian can't light up a fucking squishy. And that's Rainer. That's one of the heftier life pools of the squishies. And he's also got his heal, so, like, I don't understand why people tell me that Varian's not good into X squishy character. I don't get it. But anyway, the talents, like I said, Juggernaut at 13. At 16 coming up, we are going to take a banner, because banner is all that's available at 16. We're going to take Dalaran, though. Dalaran increases spell power when the banner goes down, and that goes up by 20%, I think it is. No. Yeah, 20%. It's on a 12-second cooldown, 20% spell power. Anybody standing in the banner's effective area. And the banner's effective area is fucking monstrous. He's not gonna die. We're gonna waste the palm, though. Maybe get a Murden? Nope. We're gonna get Black Hole. 4-man Black Hole, but the enemy team cannot do anything with it. Actually crazy. Ooh. Big ultimate from the Zarya. Another big ultimate from the Deckard Cain, knocking everybody else out. Zarya is the only one going under the keep. Just gonna let the objective do its damage here. The objective with this recent patch on Hanamura is doing more, lots more, well, not lots more. It's doing 200 more per shot, I think. So, that keep was full-ish health. I think there may have also been some structures over here, though. Not super sure. I know it's not going to be the best in the world, but it's definitely better than it was. And the samurai camps have been nerfed a bit in the lane to be less oppressive. So, looks like Zarya going in all by herself. No tank there to help her out because I was getting a camp, because we all should have been getting camps to put more objective pressure on the map. At this moment, I just want to soak this blade real quick. Enemy team is down in the bottom lane. I can still run to my team in time if they want to go engage on the camp, and I don't think they do. 16 to 14. I mean, they're pretty wimpy at this point. But the other thing you may have noticed me doing in this playthrough with Varian is hiding behind walls, hiding in bushes, hiding outside of vision. So that is another very, very integral part of playing this character, tanking with this character. You have got to realize, first of all, you're not going to clear very well, so you should never just be in a lane. Yeah, don't pay attention to what I just did like 20 seconds ago in reference to that comment. But when you're here, right now I'm setting up for the enemy team to walk over here. This camp is coming up, so Zarya, everybody on our team with the exception of Orphea, was ready to go after that. And I'm not going to go in without Orphea there, because Orphea is a pretty substantial amount of the damage follow-up for my abilities. I don't think Zarya and Kira are capable of sealing the deal on their own, but we'll never know, because I'm not going to engage 4 versus 5. Still, again, right here behind the wall, waiting for somebody to creep out. Looks like Raynor is going to be my target. We're going to chunk him for half his fucking health, force him to use his heal, and everything is just going to be so much scarier for the Raynor player. Now, Karazim also is going to hate Varian, because most of his healing is going to come from punching. Tassadar also going to hate Varian a lot because his auto attack speed is so fast. Zarya is too. He's going to reset our overpower like mad, just absolute madness. We can get, I believe, 2 to 3 procs with our parries. I don't know if we would have enough after the taunt is over, though. Zul down as well. What we could have done on 13, I wasn't really thinking too much about it. I was kind of more focused on so close to dead. I was focused more on killing Raynor, Karazim, and Tassadar to think about Zul's Bone Shield, but Zul, we could have killed his shield immediately with Shield Breaker at 13 rather than Juggernaut. But what I was doing is looking at Tassadar's ult. He took Black Hole, so I wasn't super concerned about Archon and that shield. So I was like, well, let's just take more damage. Get 4% more damage on our charge. But those are the types of decisions that you have to make as a Varian player. Huge ult from the Orphea. Tassadar going invisible for just a sec, but still eating my sword. Burden jumping out. Not level 20 yet, so that Graviton Surge is not going to silence anybody. Deckard on his way after respawning, and now we can just push the objective. Now, notice the core is at 68% health. This objective, prior to this patch, no one would have been worried about it ending the game. I am a little bit like, can it end the game? Just gonna poke the camp real quick. It looks like they are over there. Definitely pushing out that camp to try and get some sort of map control back, but I don't see it happening. Again, chat is off for me, so all of this stuff is like, it's all coming to me after the fact. We can definitely fight past the boss there. It's not going to do huge amounts of damage to us. It's not really anything for us to worry about. And we are 20-17, so the fight goes out. The stay a while and listen catching everyone. The Graviton Surge right on top of it. Orphea ult. Too late to do any damage, but that is literally a kill for every single person on our team. 5 people got single kills. Absolutely fucking insane. And you'll notice that the objective didn't kill the core. We had to still walk in there and kill it after that team wipe, which is as beautiful as the team wipe it was. I mean, let's be real. Let's be real. Oh. Yeah, except Orphea's wombo didn't connect in that last part. Oh my god. Well, her ult didn't. She did a whole bunch of fucking more damage apart from that, which is, again, like, it's just a player doing such a good job following up on CC from the tank, from the healer, even from our support. Like, this player was just fucking on top of it with their damage. It was nuts. So 34-5. There you have the stats. Only 5 deaths to Zarya, 2 Deckard, 1 Kira, 0 on the tank. And that's kind of how you should be looking with Varian. You don't want to run it down in any circumstance. So if you have more than 3 deaths on this character, I would say you're probably doing something wrong. But in the same token, you do have to play a little bit aggressive with him to get your teammates on board. Doing more damage than all these boogers combined. Not combined, no. All these boogers, though. Which is pretty good. Pretty good. considering everything just exploded as soon as we went onto it, I mean, that's ain't nothing to scoff at. And 32,000 self-healing. This is all from Victory Rush and our Q, our Lion's Maw. Lion's Fang. It's just stupid how much damage Varian can heal on his own. I did half the healing of... Well, almost half the healing of the healers here just by myself. Just auto-attacking, just using that Victory Rush. It's fucking nutty. And obviously the banner upgraded 20. I don't think I talked about this, but there you have it. It's just going to make healing better for Deckard. It's going to reduce the cooldown on our spell power, which is going to let us do more damage with our trait and our E and our Q. So why not take it? The other ones are okay. Stormwind with the move speed isn't terrible. And then obviously the armor banner isn't the worst thing in the world, but the cooldown is extremely high compared to Dalaran and Stormwind. So there you have it. Hope you enjoyed yourself. This is, again, a Varian main tank game. Please look at this video. Ask yourself why you're not playing Varian in this way. And then go do it. Have fun with the most fun... the most fun tank in the game. The most fucking slept-on fun tank in the game. It's ridiculous. Alright, well that's going to do it for this week, though. Feel free to like, comment, subscribe, do whatever it is YouTube-wise that you want to do. I will be back next week, and we'll kick this bad boy off with something new. See you later.